Hi everybody, it's Janet Vilda. So I have a journal today that I just loved making, really enjoyed making this one. It uses Ink and Page Signs of Wonder kit. I will have a link to that down below. And the cover is fabric. So what I did was I took a couple of pieces of fabric, sewed them together front and back just to give stability, mostly in the hinge parts, and then some chipboard pieces, so one for the front, one for the back, and one for the spine. Covered that in the same fabric and then glued that to those fabric pieces. Oh, before that, this piece of kind of nice shimmery fabric was stitched onto the two panels of white fabric. Okay, and then the chipboard panels were glued onto those. And well, I guess before that I made the images on the front and on the back. Let's take a look at that. Right. And this is just some sari silk. And so then those were glued to the white. And then the signatures were stitched through the spine, and that's been covered up by this fabric-y trim. So that's how it was constructed. So let's take a look inside. I didn't do anything to the front and back panels, that way you can really see this really pretty gauzy fabric. Now throughout I have used some gold foil. It's a combination of loose leaf foil and, here, let me grab a piece so you can see it, and this kind of stuff, right? And how I do that is I just take a glue stick, and for instance this one, glue stick, press and release. And so you don't need any fancy machinery to get some foil on your page. And I personally like the kind of, so it's not perfect, obviously. Get a crisp gold image from that, but that's kind of what I was going for. You'll see later I also have this stuff, and this is a rub-on, like a transfer. So you just lay it down and then rip it off and it will stay, but you can see the difference. This is much more solid than this. So I didn't use this quite as much as this method because I really like this softer look. And some trim. And then throughout also is some old books. This one's nicely upside down because I have to have at least one page. The thing is, I never planned that, and I get one anyways. Some old book pages that I thought really went nicely, so you can see there's a lovely little couple there. And some music pages throughout, along with, of course, the pages from the kit. Some scrapbook paper. This one has been turned into a little book for different little scraps of paper. These papers here I've also used throughout the books. This one was done on a jelly plate. There's not too many of the jelly plate papers. Say that 5 times fast. These papers with the kind of shimmer to them, if you can see the shimmer, those were handmade. And so I've used some of those as scraps, really just scraps, not as a page. Here I've taken this little page and just made the bottom part into a little pocket for a journal card. I love that. See that? And here's just some vellum made into a little pocket. And again, this I believe was loose leaf gold rather than the transfer or the foil. So that's loose leaf. And it's exact same thing, just glue, stick, and then sticker on there. And then this is, again, some of the paper that I hand dyed. And one of the ephemera pieces to just make a nice little, like a little booklet. And here's another piece of sort of like a sari silk. And then a couple of beads. And then again, this is also a sticker, or a transfer rather, much like this. Don't know where it is at the moment, so I can't show it to you. Oh wait, here's a piece of it. I see it. Yeah, here. Just got splatters and then little circles. I like that because it kind of gives that nice little look. And then again here, just edge it with the glue stick. Stick it on. I mean, it looks like it was always there. And this is a sticker for my stash. This, the kit has a number of little words, and I thought that went quite nicely. And this is a little book made out of some fabric and just some papers and a couple of the journal cards from the kit. Some scrap of paper made into a little pocket for some journal cards. And again, this paper here was hand dyed. Some more book pages. Love the colors in this kit. This is the sticker, or the transfer, I don't know what you want to call that, rub on. So you can see the difference of how exact that is. I mean, obviously it's made to look rough on the one edge, but you can see how it's not as see-through, if you will, and as gentle as doing this method. I still like it, but it's different. Here's the other pocket. A journal card, some book paper. I love this. Came out of a flower book, De Rosa, and just some fabric on there. And throughout, I occasionally took my glue stick and just, I don't know, there you can see it, and went bang, 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 and then used the transfer to transfer some of it, just kind of enhance and add a little bit to the pages. That was fun. And here we have just a little fun little tassel. Again, you can see just adding that little bit of gold makes it look like it came like that. This is a paper bag. Again, just same thing. I really enjoyed just kind of pouncing rather than just shh, and makes it look like it's been dusted with gold. And here's a little belly band and a little book with a little piece of fabric and then some papers to journal on. And again, this paper here is more in this, my hand dyed paper. Get the pretty. And again, here took the page and made it into a little pocket for another of the journal cards, some book paper and some gold. And here I just took some like yarn, but it had, you know, a lovely texture to it, all kind of fallen apart a bit, and just stitched it onto the page. Another little journal card with some of the hand dyed paper. This is the other side of the paper bag. And then here's some book paper. And this is actually 1/2 of, you would have used this as a collar on a shirt. So stitch it, and so this is 1/2 of the collar. Now there are the journal cards. That's that transfer again with the splotches and the circles and some more hand-dyed paper. And we have another journal card, and again, just some trim stitched onto the card. Same thing here with a little bit of gold behind it. Just stitched on there with a little bit of lace behind it. And again, little pockets and trim. Another sticker from a stash, a couple stickers from a stash. And then this one is kind of stitched the opposite way so it would go into the pocket nicely. But another little cluster of some papers. For some journaling. And then this is a little fabric pocket. It's more of my hand-dyed paper. Love blooms. And this is actually the transfer again. I like that because it gives it a splotchy look. I love the dragons in this. I love dragons. And here's some more lace, more hand-dyed paper with one of the journal cards for a little tag. And this is wallpaper. This paper behind here. A little journal card with some more hand-dyed paper. Another journal card here. I just punched a hole out of some of the leftover paper, make a little grabby thing and a stamp. Here's just a piece of fabric, well, I don't know what you call it, the tulle. Little journal card. Nope. And again, some more yarny, trimmy, kind of fun stuff stitched on. I love those colors. And again, this was done with the glue stick. And then another journal card. And then here, this is held on to the page with fabric, so it just flips open. And then on the other side, to just hide where it got held on to the page, just put on this little guy. It makes it look pretty, but also anchors it to the page nicely. And the princess. And then here we've got a little book. It's just some papers, and the papers actually came out of, I think it was like a little plastic ring binder, and so it already had the holes in there, so I just made it into a little book. And this is a envelope that had been avocado dyed. I didn't do the avocado dyeing, I got it that way, but I love the colors that avocado dyeing gives you. And so in this envelope is another little booklet, some papers, and it's just been stitched together. And then here we have some papers again, And this top little guy is held on with the fabric. I liked that because it held it open real nice and flat. And this is the end of the book. So, simple, really pretty. I enjoyed very much making this book. If you've got any questions, comments, leave them down below. Again, this Ink and Page Signs of Wonder, so I'll have the link down below to this kit. Really beautiful kit. She's got a lot of really nice kits. Enjoyed making that. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.